Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls, coming to you from the West Coast. I wanted to share with you today a little shadow box I made out of a Create-A-Card die. It was made from this rose Create-A-Card die that I've had in my stash forever. Some other things, but I love trying to find different ways of using my card making stash to make home decor items or scrapbooking or whatever. And this is one that I made as shadow box. Let me show you how to make it. It's pretty simple. So we start with just a 5x7 shadow box frame that I got from Michael's. And then we're going to layer it up. So we start with our background layer. This is just a piece of light green cardstock, and I kind of inked it with some green topaz just to give it a little bit of interest. And we're just going to do a quick tape just to kind of hold it in place. Now, the next layer, so what I did is I cut this die. I can't even remember what it is. It's one of the Create-A-Card dies in white cardstock, and then I used my markers, my Illustrator marker in camo green to do the leaves, and then I also did the flowers in a bright pink BP from my tri-blend BP1, but I covered them up anyway. Then I cut it again in plain white cardstock, and I did these, and I snipped out just the roses, and I inked the die cut with fuchsia, and then I glued those roses onto just some plain white cardstock that had been inked with pink tulip, and I fussy cut around so that I've got solid roses. And then I glued those on with, you can see on the back, with some foam pads. And then I'm going to put foam tape on to raise that up from the background. So that's the first layer. And we just line that up. Okay. And you can see you're already getting some good dimension in there, which is exactly what I want. And I didn't show you that before, but I did put some foam tape behind the roses to support that a little bit so that it doesn't sag down too much in the middle. Now my next layer, I've already got all my foam tape on. I cut that same die again in a Centura Pearl white, and then I just snipped out those 3 roses and the leaves because that's all I wanted. And then I used my Illustrator markers again. This is camo green. This is the BP1 from my tri-blend. And then I cut it again in baby pink Centura Pearl and paper pieced in. As you can see, all of these layers are on acetate to give them some strength and also to get placement. And then lastly, I cut a butterfly, and this is just out of black, and then I layered it on top of some white card that I had colored with my tricolor brush pen in the Rich and Decadent. So it's the tricolor one, deep pink, cranberry, and magenta, to give it some color. And I put that on a foam pad. Then I put 2 layers of foam tape on the back and 2 layers on the front. And you'll see why I put it on the front in just a second. But if we peel off, and again, I put some behind those flowers to support that. So let's peel off the foam tape here and layer this up. And I just wanted to paper piece just the central roses, so you'll see the other ones through from the back layer, but I'm trying to give it a little more depth. So we'll line that up and stick it down. And you'll see in a second why. Now you can really see the depth. So if you look from the side, I don't know how well you can see that, like that maybe. And you can see that it looks really good. Really pleased with that. Now, this frame has a little insert piece in the middle, and that's to create the shadow box effect. Well, if you leave that in with all of the depth of these layers, you're not going to be able to get it closed. So that's why I put the 2 layers of foam tape on the front, so that I could take this piece out, drop that in, and now that 2 layers of foam tape on the front piece will give it the depth, will keep it from being up against the glass in the front. See, that's why you need that foam tape in the front. I'll just close it down. And we're all done. Isn't that pretty? I love the looks of that. I think it looks great. So that's all there is to it, to make a nice shadow box out of your Create a Card dies. A lot of fun. Hope you try it. Thanks for joining me. Bye.